Oh, actually, then that's the one thing that I fell for, bro. Because I thought they were kids, and I was showing my wife. I was like, "Have you ever seen these little kids?" She's all like, "Those aren't little kids. Those are grown men." And the whole time, I was like, "Oh shit."
How'd she know before you?
I don't know, bro. That's the thing about my wife, bro. She's very observant.
Just got you in check.
Nah,
Did he hold a gun?
The Amp Theory Podcast with Peter Vazquez and Scott Kalnasy.
Oh,
wow.
Shit. All right. So, some of you, anybody who watches, might notice that there's something a little different today.
Yeah.
We're actually filming from Jonathan's casting couch.
It smells like peanut butter and booty.
A lot of dreams have come true on this couch, right?
I mean, I've only had it for like 2 months, so.
Oh, okay.
Is this real Italian leather?
It is actually real Italian.
And I
leather.
only name dropped that because that's what you told me it was.
It was.
Wow.
According to my sister who sold me the couch.
Oh, she sold it to you?
Yeah.
Family should give you shit for free, but
Well,
whatever.
for like $500.
Oh.
They're this,
Bro,
that,
I saw
and the
this
chair over there are like a whole complete set. So.
Bro, I saw this set at Big Lots for only $2.99.
Your sister
You got
does
hustle,
not
bro.
love you. Yeah.
No, I think she got it at Nebraska Furniture Mart. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's not real then. Okay, that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you lied to
Are you
us.
saying that Nebraska Furniture Mart doesn't have real furniture?
No, it's all like.
It's not
fake
fucking
furniture.
IKEA.
Fake
It's
news.
made with popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
That's IKEA, not Nebraska Furniture Mart.
They probably get their shit from the same place.
Nebraska actually has
Switzerland.
fine.
Right? It's Switzerland.
That's
right?
IKEA.
That's IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've been to the real Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I was
in
living
Nebraska.
in Nebraska. It's in Omaha. That story is actually pretty crazy. That fucking the lady that actually made Nebraska Furniture Mart,
Yeah.
bro, she was a fucking gangster.
What'd she do?
She fucking named Nebraska Furniture Mart.
But I thought that you said she was fucking gangster.
Well,
so
I mean, you know, she fucking made a business, bro, and it's fucking huge.
I don't know. I thought
It's actually like a shitload of warehouses.
I thought you can say something.
Hey,
like
now
she
we're in the
murdered
new
somebody.
now we're in this new setting. Look her up, buddy. Her name's like and put it on this thing right here so we can go through this together. All right, well, fuck all that shit.
Like,
All right,
share, subscribe.
man, but that ain't recording.
No, it's still.
Yeah,
New
that.
digs, man. Aesthetics.
Yeah. So, anyways, while he's looking that up, I mean, this is episode 14 of the Amp Theory.
Yep.
Bro,
Yeah.
tell me why her name is Rose Blumpkin.
Yeah, Blumpkin.
Oh.
Bro, there's a street. That street that the Nebraska Furniture Mart is on is called Rose Blumpkin Street.
Rose Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
Here in Texas or?
All right, no, I'll give you.
Oh, in
I'll give her
Nebraska.
credit. There's not a P, but I read it as Blumpkin, but it's
Oh.
Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
But it was almost
Still
Blumpkin.
the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. No, for sure. And it is fucking dope, bro. She I don't know if she was an immigrant or a daughter of an immigrant, but like I think Branch Warren, no, not Branch Warren. He's the bodybuilder. Warren Buffett. You know, I get those. Different guy, different genres.
Oh yeah, she sold it to Warren Buffett.
Yep.
She sold 80% of Nebraska Furniture Mart to Warren Buffett in 1983.
Yep.
Dang, I thought this shit just popped up in like 2009.
Nah, bro, that shit's
Been
been
around for a
deep
while.
over
No,
there.
it says she founded it in 1937.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
When did
But probably
IKEA
only
come
in
around?
Nebraska now. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
and no, and she was fucking brutal, like with her kids. Like she was like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like you would never. So that's why she sold it. But she was like hardcore. Like she was like no nonsense. So like she always said like her kids were always too fucking lazy to do that shit and stuff like that. Like she was always real on. She fired them all the time and would
Okay,
rehire
like
them.
Bill Gates, like he's like, hey, when I die, you're only getting $10 million.
Yeah.
My billions.
Yeah.
How pissed off would you be if you were one of Bill Gates' kids, knowing you're only getting $10 million?
I mean,
I'd be like,
I
fuck
think-
it, I got $10 million.
well, you see that that's what I was gonna say. You would say that as a broke man.
Yeah,
Because you give me
yeah,
$10 million, I'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. But this guy's probably, I mean, I don't know, I'm assuming, but is probably never worried about money in his life. You know, can fucking buy all these like expensive cars and shit. And so he's like, 10 million?
Yeah, he can buy plane tickets to Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
He can afford anything and everything.
Yeah. Well, now he can only afford one Bentley instead of like maybe 5.
Shit.
Man, you know, I tell you what, these rich people, you know,
They
they
break your heart a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's like you don't know what reality is, you know? And it's like they live in this fantasy. And it's like fantasy world where shit is like just easy to get, you know?
oh, if I lose this money, I got more money.
Yeah, and it's like this whole pandemic, like the only people that fucking won were fucking rich people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everybody's losing except for them. And I mean, I'm not mad at it. You know, it's the American dream. Like, you know, I'm not.
You want to be rich?
Yeah, I want to be rich. You know,
What if you had an opportunity to become rich, like overnight?
Doing what?
I don't know. Say somebody comes at you with a briefcase with $10 million. What are you willing to do?
Is this like some indecent proposal type shit?
Yeah, like
There's a lot I'd do for $10 million.
Yeah, money.
Yeah,
talks.
that's why nobody offers it to you, because it's like, why would I give you
Whose
10
dick
million?
do I gotta suck?
Yeah,
There we go.
You see, it's like not even enticing. I feel like he'd do it for 10,000.
He's like,
That's a lot of money still. I'm like, I'll take it.
Jonathan, like, rent's coming up.
Yep.
Bring it on.
$10,000. That's rent for the next 10 months. Whose dick?
But yeah, like money talks, right? They set like a briefcase full of cash down, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I just want you to do X."
All right, no, look. This has been a debate in the AM theory stratosphere off camera for like 2 weeks now. I feel like from jump, you got to know like your price, right?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like there's certain things that are priceless. Like I wouldn't do some things. You got to live with yourself.
Uh-huh.
And I think your argument was that everybody has its price.
Okay. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't consider doing.
Liar.
But if somebody was like, "Here's a briefcase of $10 million," then I got to reconsider some things.
All right.
Everybody has a price, and money talks. Like you want to say no, and I want to say no so bad.
No.
But if you're sitting there staring at a briefcase full of cash, like, what do you do?
I wouldn't suck some dick for no cash. I'll tell you that.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
What dollar amount would you have to get to suck?
I don't like. The thing is that I don't.
And it doesn't have to be that. Like, it could be something.
You could suck a dick and not be gay. If you do it for money,
No.
that's just a business write-off.
That's like a business proposition.
It's a tax write-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like.
Keep talking. I might be intrigued.
It don't even have
I
to
got
be-
some ones in the back in my room over there.
It didn't even have to be that, but like everybody's got a price. Like,
I don't know,
if
man.
someone come to you with anything and be like, "Hey, cash in hand," you walk out of here, money, tax free, never have to see me again.
Oh, that would be a lie. That'd be the first thing that would trigger me to be like, Because the IRS don't care what you do, bro. You're going to have to pay that income tax on that shit.
They
You
don't
know?
care how much dick you've been sucking.
Yeah. You can't tell
Still
the
gotta pay them
IRS,
taxes.
wait, but I sucked some dick for this. They'd be like, you know what? That's okay.
Like,
you ain't
know
got to pay them
what?
taxes.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah. Nah. Look.
We're gonna let this one go.
But you know, I think this is like, if we're gonna go deeper into the conversation, right? Because okay, look, we're talking about doing some, like,
It doesn't have to all be about sucking dick. You can do other stuff.
Untoward.
No, of
Something-
course.
Something untoward.
But that's crazy because it's like, you know, to us, I would probably be I'd probably do pretty much anything else besides that. That's the one thing. And I'm not saying that it's bad if you do that, but what I'm saying is that, like, I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself after that. Yeah, you may be rich and shit, but it's like, you know, subconsciously you always be thinking about, like,
We can have PTSD, wake up in the middle of the night, like in a cold sweat, think it's cum.
I mean, shit, you never know. You'd be like, you know. I don't know, bro. No,
Wouldn't
I
it be
don't,
more of a warm sweat?
I don't know.
I mean, you know, you're.
But my biggest
it depends
thing,
on how long it's been sitting there. Okay.
yeah. So all I know now, right,
Uh-huh.
is that if I could just convince a millionaire to, like, invest in us,
Sure.
either one of you would just fucking step up and suck that dick.
I mean,
Fuck
yeah.
it.
I mean,
For the brand.
For the
For the culture.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Hey, I'm the one behind the scenes. I'm ready to do all the dirty work if necessary.
You know what? I will have to say that since the beginning of the podcast,
Uh-huh.
Jonathan has taken care of all the dirty work.
Jonathan is an unsung hero.
Yeah. An American
Make sure I
dream.
take on all the shit that you say that shouldn't be on air and
Oh God.
make you look not as stupid
Oh God.
or sound as stupid in some
yeah,
scenarios.
with all the uhs, and likes that Jonathan has taken out of our video, like I watched him edit a video, and the amount of uhs, and likes that he's taken out is astounding.
Yeah.
Like you were sitting there like, yeah, like.
There was a couple of those. That's why I kept the Today Junior one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that. That was really funny.
It was his idea.
My wife really liked that. I really think that was great.
Did she make fun of you after?
Yeah, she laughed pretty hard. She's like, "That's so funny." I'm like, "Why didn't you laugh about the shit I was saying about Scott?"
She's like, "'Cause it's not funny."
Yeah, that shit's fucking fun. Bro, I bring fire, bro. I bring the fucking fire. All the shit y'all be doing.
You were also bringing lies last time, telling us that nobody called you Little Peter. In the comment section.
And that was determined to be a lie.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, there's no Maury dancing for you, bro. Like your teammates did not come to your rescue.
Look, the thing is, okay, look,
the legend of Little Pete.
Look, like I've always said, right? If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. And the thing is, bro, I go to work, right, and I embarrass my coworkers, bro. They tried real hard to be the best, but they just can't be. And I come in and I make it look so flawless, and they get all frustrated, and they're like, "Why can't I be like Peter?" You know? And so then they start hating on me and shit.
It's getting real deep now.
Yeah, you know, it's just.
I feel kind of uncomfortable. I want to go home.
No, when you're just good.
No, I just meant in the bullshit.
No. When you're just good at life, you're gonna have your haters, and sometimes they might call you Little Peter. Sometimes they might work with you. Fuck them dudes. and dudettes. No, man, but yeah, they got a kick out of that, out of Little Peter shit. They were all laughing, they were dying. Fuck all that. That shit's bled into my personal life, and I can't have it. But no, man, this has been a crazy week.
The world has to know, Little Peter.
Yeah, no.
BDV.
It's more like Lil Peter, you know, like a rapper name.
Nah, it's
Respect
little.
Bro.
Like little.
Bro, you better put some respect on my name, bro.
I'll never put respect on your name, Little Peter.
Bro.
Little Shrimp Peter.
We can do a rap battle between you two.
Bro,
No.
Nah, fuck you up, bro.
No.
Can I drop a diss track?
I made a few diss tracks back in the day.
Yeah?
It'd be easy to make one. I made one on him before.
Yeah, dollar bills.
Easy to make a diss track on a bitch.
I thought you were gonna say a Jew.
I gotta bleep it out.
Nah, don't bleep. No, we're done bleeping.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
we're not bleeping anymore.
On our China shit though. Like China's pretty crazy right now, right?
Oh, we were talking about that shit earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, they're borderline, like doing evil shit. Like
they've been doing some evil shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole shit with
Xi Poo.
Xi Poo.
Xi Poo?
Xi Jinping, but it's.
Xi Jinping.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we were talking about this shit, right? And like, they're putting people like in internment camps, and it's 2021. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then when they were like threatening the U.S. with like nuclear strikes because they're like, if you look into like the gain of function, if you or you know the Wuhan lab leak gain of function and all that shit.
Oh yeah. Gotta be semi-careful. We talk about with the lab leak shit. Yeah. Just because the YouTube algorithm will, because it does recognize our voices and the words we say, so it auto-generates captions. Oh yeah. If we talk too much about that shit, they might take the video down.
Really?
Even though it's recorded shit. Like
really.
Just I listen to all these other podcasts and. Every one of them was like, we gotta watch what we fucking say on this shit.
Well, it's all cool because
as long as we don't say like specifically the W lab released whatever, we're fine.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Well, I mean, we don't know, right? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but like, it's kind of like admission.
It makes fucking sense.
It's admission of like if you're threatening like war, like to me that's kind of admission of guilt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to me, like to a normal person, like that's what that says to me.
Yeah, it's like it's like, you know, when you're like teasing somebody and they're like, you better fucking not, you know, and it's like, cause you know, you got them, you know?
You keep poking the bear, the bear.
Yeah.
You saw John Cena cuck out to China, right?
Oh, yeah.
Super, we were talking about that shit
yeah,
too.
bro,
like,
what was wild.
He could fucking speak Mandarin.
Yeah, that was wild.
So that I've known for a while, just because being a wrestling fan. Like, but him talking about like in 2008 and 9 that he was learning Mandarin. So he's been learning it for a while. Oh, so he's
been a sleeper cell for that long. But
I lost all respect for him.
So my question about that, right, is like, was he forced to do that by the movie studio?
Yep. 100%.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
So China, they're kind of fucking with his way of life, then, right? Like,
so it's not so much that. So it's because China is such a large market. Like the opening weekend, they had like $180 million for that opening weekend, and 130 of it came from China alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but I think that's the problem, man. Is that like, you know, we depend so much on China, not just like when it comes to like the entertainment, like because even the NBA fucking cucked out to fucking China. You got, you know, movies and all that shit. They got so many fucking people over there, you know. But not just that, but like our dependency on a lot of their like fucking manufacturing, you know, it's fucking crazy. And like, you know, with this whole, like, I know we were gonna mention the chip shortage, you know, and it's like it's just crazy, you know. Like, I don't know, I don't want to get conspiratorial. Is that how you say it?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Well, that chip shortage, that's a huge reason why you can't get fucking PS5s.
Yeah, well, it's not just that, but the car market,
like all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Though. Yeah, you can't like, yeah, cars. I mean, I know at work, like, we've been having a shortage of Samsung phones, you know, like, because it's like they can't make them fast enough, and it's fucking crazy, man. Like, I think if we don't come out of this, like, with a fucking realization that we need to keep everything stateside, you know, and invest a little bit more in our workers and shit, it's like we're gonna like we're gonna get conquered without even fucking needing to, you know, shoot a gun.
That's why some of channels on YouTube and stuff, they've like considered like, they're like, we think about like World War I, World War II, like in the trenches and like bombs and shit. Like World War III is like basically like information wars. Like they're pretty much gonna like cyber attack everything. Yeah, like that. Yeah. That's how like World War III would be.
Well,
would be
fucking
more
Russia's been doing that. They hacked the fucking pipeline.
Yeah,
they've been and they've also been hacking like local, smaller like utility places. Like they hacked like Tulsa's like water department, like to where they can shut that shit down, like for ransomware and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy is that
because that actually makes me think about like what was going on with ERCOT, right? Like they were, if you had like a smart thermostat, they were like going into people's thermostats and shit.
That's something we need to talk about. We need to talk about some ERCOT shit, being some local Texas boys.
Yeah,
like. Man, let me tell you some shit. I've lived in Texas and both of you have, we lived in Texas our whole fucking life.
Yeah.
I didn't even know ERCOT was a goddamn thing until fucking February.
Well, you know what? We moved back from Nebraska, and so we, you know, we've been over there on it was called MUD, the Municipal Utilities District or whatever. That's what they call it over there. And so we just had that shit. When we move over here, we get electricity and get everything set up. Next thing you know, we get this huge ass bill, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, we weren't paying this much over there in Nebraska. We start looking into it, and we start seeing these like fucking charges from ERCOT and all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And we hit them up, and they're like, oh yeah, it's like this, you know, and they explained it to us, and we're like, nah, motherfuckers, like that's not
like
what
some like bullshit like service fee.
Yeah.
Amount to or account for anything.
Yeah.
So that sucks, and like it's bullshit. It's shady, but like also like what was equally as shady is like what I heard, and you can fact check me because I could be wrong.
I know everything about it.
But what I was,
you don't want to get me started.
My understanding was that if you had like a smart thermostat, like ERCOT was going in and at night raising your fucking temperature
that shit up.
Shit.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, I could talk all day and I could go off, but I won't make it a 30-minute segment at
like,
ERCOT.
Get your point across in 30 seconds or less. Let's do it.
These motherfuckers, let me tell you.
All right, that's enough. Anyways.
Came in too hot.
So, as I am a proud Texan, but this whole Texas pride shit is some bullshit. Sorry. But we're the only fucking state that's not on the national grid. There's the eastern side of the national grid, western side, and we're on our own, which is cool. But we want to talk about fucking seceding from the country. We can't even regulate our own fucking electricity.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, but you need to take care of that shit. A couple years ago, 2017, they gave ERCOT a shit ton of money to winterize all their shit. And guess what they did? Nothing. And that's why that shit happened in February. And everybody's fucking shit broke down.
So this is what I can say about like, because they were talking about rolling blackouts again, right? Like, okay, so
it's already been happening. It happened to my sister.
Oh shit!
During the night.
So when the snowpocalypse happened in February and I had like no power for like several days, I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm worried about like my animals dying. Like we have no fucking like we had no power, so we had no heat, we had nothing, and you know, I was worried. I was like, oh shit, like this could be it. Like I'm
scared?
sitting in I was a little scared. Yeah,
You're scared?
Like I got an old woman that lives in Garland.
Your mother?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the old woman. Like there were like the homeless people were dying because like we've never experienced cold like that here in Texas. Like it got down into like the negatives, didn't it?
It was 0 for a couple of days. Like the actual temperature was 0.
Yeah.
And then the wind chill was like negative something for like 3 days.
Like for Texas especially, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And like so I was like, okay. I was like, that sucked. Yeah, I could put on clothes. I put on all my ski gear and shit, right? Like, I wasn't worried about myself.
Yeah.
But with a heat wave, that shit's completely different.
Yeah.
There's only so much that you can take off, and like
See, that's why your boy goes out running in the sun, bro. I go out there, I take my shirt off, I go running, I get adapted to the sun.
Yeah, but you get a breeze at that point, right?
Shit, start running, like, motherfucker.
You can go fucking jump in a pond, bro.
Yeah.
But like, if you're sitting inside your house and it's like fucking 108 degrees outside because it's Texas.
Yeah.
I can't sleep unless it's like on 68.
Yeah, I have to sleep with it fucking cold. Like, there's no way that I.
They were saying like, put your thermostat up to like 82 when you're sleeping. Like, suck my ass, bitch. Like you're. I'd have questions about you if you can sleep with it being 82 in the fucking house.
All right, bro. You know what? I sleep through anything, bro. Like, fucking no joke, bro. Whenever I was working construction, bro, we'd be working, we'd take breaks, bro. I'd fall asleep. I would just, like, I could fall asleep.
Well, something like that, yeah. But, like, if you're trying to, like...
No, like, outside.
Sleep, comfy, like,
but again, you get a breeze, right? Like, your fan ain't gonna do shit, like, necessarily, like, when you're, like, in a room that's, like, stifling.
I don't know, bro. I don't let nothing come between me and my sleep, bro.
Your wife and kids are gonna be like, Peter, you're sweating. Stop.
Nah, I don't have wife and kids when I'm sleeping.
All I know.
That's when you get to escape.
Yeah. That's when I'm like, man, I could pass out in anything, bro. I could fall asleep and whatever. I fall asleep sweating. That's cool. But that's when you're
sweat underneath my knees. It's probably because I'm fat too, though.
Oh, bro.
But it irritates me. I'm like trying to sleep at night. I'm like, I get sweaty.
Bro, you know what you need? You need accountability. Your mindset needs to change, and you need to be persistent with that shit, bro.
I'm cool as long as it's fucking cold. If I don't have cool air, then my whole amp theory goes out the fucking window. So, because I'm about to shoot some motherfuckers. Not really.
No.
But all I know is ERCOT better get this shit figured out. Because if they start doing legit rolling blackouts, because think about this, it's only June.
Yeah.
And they're talking about our shit's a little over capacity. Like, you better get this shit figured out like next week.
Yeah.
But it's about to be 100 degrees all day summer.
But here's the thing: I'll never be okay with like being on the national grid, bro. Like, can it be better? Of course, right? We could say get better, but bro, with the way shit's going, bro, imagine if all they had to do was hack into one system for all electricity to go out, bro.
Yeah, that's
you know.
A good point.
Yeah. So I'll take some rolling blackouts and just fucking bitch in them until they get better, than to fucking put yourself in like on one system, bro. That's the thing, is that like when you have one system, one target, like you make things a lot easier, bro. And with the way shit's going, bro. And what's crazy to me is like how much people aren't paying attention. Like, and it's crazy because it's like the more you are paying attention, the more you sound like that crazy dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like you're trying to warn people. It's like, hey guys, I think something weird's going on.
You're the dude out there with the sign that says the end is near.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, some people like I especially believe like here in America, like our life is so sweet. Like it's so, and it's hard to say, right? Because I think we live in a climate where people want to like talk like it's really hard right now.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that we don't, a lot of us as Americans don't have a concept of what's going on outside of America.
Right.
So it's like we like, you know, I hear Joe Rogan said all the time, he's like, what is hard to you, like the hardest thing you've been through is the hardest thing you've been through. Like nobody can tell you that that's not hard, because to you and your perspective, you're like, wait, I can't imagine anything harder, you know.
But that speaks to like how we were talking, like how we live in like softer times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, like 50, 60 years ago? Like AC wasn't really like much of a thing.
They didn't even have them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big thing till like the 60s.
Yeah.
Like to where it was like commercially put into homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just dealt with that shit. Like,
yeah.
You had ceiling fans and all that. Like you just.
You had a furnace. That was it.
Yeah.
You didn't have no AC.
Yeah. Like we've gotten soft.
Yeah.
Like we bitch about our AC. We bitch about our heat.
Yeah.
Like especially in Texas when it comes to the cold.
The world is far too soft.
Yeah.
It irritates me because look, I'm soft at times. I'll admit I'm a bitch at times. But
at times.
Also, I'm not going to sit there and complain when I have everything, all the information that I could want at my fingertips.
Right.
I'm privileged, but I'm privileged in a way to where like I've worked my ass off to have what I have.
Yeah.
But I'm not sitting here making excuses yet. Are some days really fucking hard?
Sure.
Yeah. Are some days easy? Yes.
Yeah.
But to have that victim mentality of like, oh, everything's out to get me, or everyone's out to get me, or like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. There's far too fucking much of that now.
Yeah.
I will say, like, if those rolling blackouts do happen, Spectrum is gonna have a field day because they're gonna be like, oh, it's not my fault. Finally, it's not my fault.
If they were rolling blackouts again, my dad said, "Yeah, it's gonna be good for somebody." Yeah, your shit. Sit the fuck down.
I love like old like people who like make like idle threats. Like,
they can't do this to us. Like, I kind of can. But.
I don't know, bro, because it seems like to me like those were the ones that fucking did that fucking shit at the Capitol. It's like all those idle threats. Next thing you know, the motherfuckers were like, "Are we here? Are we doing this? We're doing this."
That is, like, okay. So me seeing that and like seeing like the QAnon shit and all that kind of stuff like being a thing, like it kind of makes sense to me because people are easily fucking fooled by shit.
Bro, I'm telling you
and
what.
it can be easily radicalized.
Yeah.
The fact that it got radicalized to a point where it was the current president of the United States at that time basically led a group of fucking people to storm the Capitol. But that was the wildest shit I've ever seen in my lifetime. Yeah. And I watched 9/11 happen live, and I'm like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
How did it get to this point?
Yeah, well, a lot of like stuff that we've spoken here on the AMP theory, and like one of the things that I do like for a living, like I'm a salesperson, and I don't like working too hard, so I really look into like persuasion and like basically what's it called, hinting at things, and it's like I feel like if people don't look into it, if you don't look at how you can be manipulated, then how can you really blame anybody for manipulating you? Sure. It's like everything is just a freaking mind game, bro. It's like every commercial out there is a form of manipulation, like every politician is trying to manipulate you, and like you always have to find out if you're all in on something, then you've bought something. You've bought the product, You should you should always treat every subject with like some type of speculation, with some type of like, like here's the thing, like, where I grew up, right? Those apartments, right? So like it's Section 8 apartments in like this working class Garland, right? And so the thing is like from a very small age, I had people like offer me drugs. It's like, hey, you want to buy this? You want to do that? You want to try this? You want to do that?
Get in my van.
And so like, yeah. So like, and not only that, like whenever I lived in Grand Prairie, like I almost got like abducted. I was playing out front, like in the front yard, and some fucking Hispanic dude in a Suburban like was driving, stopped, and he's all like, hey, can you help me get to my like can you help me get to my my friend's house? And I'm like, the fuck, and I was little, bro. I was like in first grade. So I fucking ran to the house, and I was like, fuck, man, like from a very short age, I learned to not trust people. To like watch out for my environments, and I had to be like wittier than the people around me, because it's like you could have gotten got at any moment, And so like with that type of hesitation that I have when when everybody talks about something, when somebody is trying to tell me something, I always like start thinking, is like, how is this guy trying to bullshit me? And I think that like a lot of us don't do that. We take like we act like motherfuckers that are on TV aren't just people. We get starstruck, like we see celebrities and they come out and they tell us that life is a certain type of way and all this stuff, and we're like, oh, that must be true because this bitch from this fucking movie was talking that shit, and like I really like that fucking movie, therefore that shit must be true. And it's like, why would you ever get your information from an actor? They're paid liars. They're paid to pretend.
Read a script.
Yeah. And if you ever notice like the interviews of actors, like instead of like usually the very bad actors are usually the most charismatic, because they're still real people. Like they suck at acting, so they're real people. But the really good actors, if you see their interviews in late night shows, they usually have like the least personality. They don't know how to be themselves. Because their profession is to be somebody else.
Like the only time you really see like it being a normal person, it's like a famous person, is usually like if they're like a comedy actor or like even a comedian goes on. But everything else, like, and there's exceptions, of course. But most of them are like so fucking robotic. And just like,
everything is beat by beat by beat.
Like there's a lot of fakeness too. Like Ellen, like this whole time she's pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, and she was like mega cunt 5,000. Like,
well that's the thing, bro, is that like we like to think that like these Jesus characters exist, right? Like if people always say like Jesus was the only perfect motherfucker, right? And so that's the thing, is that like nobody's perfect. Like nobody's perfect. So like when you're looking at a politician, right? Like, and it comes out that he's been cheating on his fucking wife, like dude, like, I know that that's shitty and that shows about his character, but we're not fucking trying to marry the motherfucker. You know, and like I think that like that's why kind of politics has become so like more. It's been more of a gossip thing, like something you read on people is like, oh, Jennifer Aniston is like cheating on this dude or whatever. You know, it's like it becomes more about gossip, and now it's like streaming over to our politicians. And like one thing that I kind of miss is I missed like before like politics was mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, it's like because you have a lot of people, bro. I've been watching politics since I was like younger, because like I learned English like growing up, right? And like my mom is from Mexico, right? And my dad's from Mexico, and sometimes they didn't explain to me what certain things were. Like I didn't know why I needed a social security number. Like I didn't like what's the purpose. I don't know. Like I never was taught that, right? Like the political structure, like my mom like didn't tell me, oh look, this is what Democrats are, these are what Republicans are. So I had to learn a lot. So I just would whatever I didn't even know that there was right or left. Like I had to like later as an adult be like, what do people mean when they say they're right or when they're left, you know? And I would watch Fox News and I just thought it was the news. I didn't know it was conservative news. I watched CNN and I just thought it was the news. I didn't know it was like liberal news or anything, you know?
And back in the day, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was just the news.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a story.
Yeah,
reported.
Yeah.
But then either side started like putting in their opinions to it.
Yeah.
Like then it became like an op-ed, and it's like now they're pitting themselves like against each other basically.
Because I think it became more mainstream, and they were like, oh, well, certain people watch us, so maybe we can lean towards that way. It's been like a slow progression.
Yeah. Well, I think another reason why is because you have people that haven't been looking into like that won't go like get into politics and be like, wait, what? Because I had to look up what is communism. Like I don't even know what that is. You know, I didn't know what it was, and I looked it up. And to be honest, at definition, I was like, why is this bad? Like when I first started learning about it, I was like, I don't know why this is bad. But that's because I didn't know what made capitalism good or what makes that bad. And of course, nothing's perfect, you know. But I feel like a lot of people that won't take the time to go in there started getting into politics, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like these politicians or like, whoa, these are easy prey. Like, I don't have to talk about policy. I don't have to say, hey, this is what we need to do and why we need to do it. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? Like, this is why we need to do it. And they're bad. Like, they're racist. They're this, they're that. And I feel like it goes both ways.
Yeah, if you're on TV, you're like, basically how you were talking about, like, you're coming from like a point of like authority at that point. You're like, this is my job. This is what I'm paid to do. I know more than you do. Yeah. So you're speaking to the masses. And unfortunately, the masses have no fucking clue what's going on. And so they're like, oh, well, what this guy said resonated with me a little bit, so maybe I do lean a little bit more left. Yeah. Or there's someone else who's like, oh, maybe I'm a little bit more conservative, and then you have those two people split off. Even though they don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. They're just like blindly following one side where there is a person of authority, like talking with like. They have so much charisma, because they're on TV, but two, like they're like leading people like in the directions that they want them to go. Not everybody is that way, but there is a vast majority that are.
A big thing, and the key word that you'll hear is low information voters. People who feel a certain way but may not know the facts of it. So these media conglomerates, Fox and CNN, and MSNBC. They want to gear their product towards a certain thing because they're selling you that product. They're selling you liberalism. They're selling you conservatism. Instead of you as a normal human being having your own thoughts and coming up with your own opinion and how you feel about things, a lot of people don't really get into the stuff, and they just they see the headlines. Oh, this person said this, and so they're a terrible person. This person said this, and they're trying to undermine our Constitution because... You know, whatever the fuck it could be. Because it's totally different landscape, and I think that's why we're all so polarized, because when I was brought up, and I'm sure you guys were told the same, you don't talk about religion or politics in public.
And now we're fucking talking about that shit all the fucking time. Exactly. It's like fucking at the dinner table everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, but that's who you decide, like, now, unfortunately, it's like, well, I only want to hang out with like-minded people, right? Yeah. It's not like, hey, let's fucking have a melting pot and be different and like have like thought-provoking conversations.
Well, that's a big way about how people learn about different stuff is being friends with people from different backgrounds and different thought processes, and you learn those things. Like I've learned so many things over the years. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
I read this book, and it said the book says like, tell me if this sounds like you. Is that like you tend to be slightly progressive, right? But there's more people that are more progressive than you, right? You like to you know, you have some conservatism about you, right? But there's definitely tends to be people that are more conservative. You know, you think that you're usually fair about your opinions, but you know, there are people that are going to be a little bit more on the extreme of right or left of you, you know? Yeah. And most people will agree to that because what the point of that was that it's like we all tend to believe that what we believe is like more center than anything else, right? It doesn't matter if in reality in the spectrum you're over here, right? Excuse me, or over here. Is that like you always feel like you believe what you believe on fairness, and that if anybody's on either side of you, that they're the extremes. You'll never see yourself as being in the extreme. Yeah. So like sometimes when you look at somebody who is more left than you and you're like, hey buddy, you're kind of being extreme, they're never going to sit there and take steps back and be like, oh, you know what? I am being extreme, because to them, they feel like they're center. Yeah. They look at other people and say, no, there's people that are even more left than me, and there's people that are even more right than me. But one thing that I feel like people should do, especially if like you haven't really looked into politics, is like you need to identify as independent. Like I identify as independent because here's the thing: left and right, they go back and forth, and sometimes one looks really sane and one looks very like insane, yeah. And then all of a sudden in 5 years it goes the other way, right? Where it's like one side looks super crazy and the other side doesn't. You know, the problem is with when you start identifying as Republican or Democrat is it becomes a team. And it's like my team believes this, and if my team believes it and that's what they're putting out, then I'm with the team.
That's why it's so polarizing. Like we've been in like certain like situations where I mean, the conversation was just about like, hey, are you going to get the COVID vaccine? And somebody that we're with is like, fuck you. No, somebody that we're with is just so absolutely adamant about like a fucking YouTube rabbit hole that they went down, your words, where they're like yelling. They're yelling at you for like, if you took the vaccine, like, hey, like, yeah, I'm not like in the age range where I'm like really concerned, but I'm doing it for my family because I have older folks in my family that I want to see and I want to be around. And then that person, like from one extreme to the other, is just like yelling at you, like you shouldn't get the vaccine. They're putting microchips in it. They're doing like the craziest fucking thing that you could imagine, like from like a fucking sci-fi movie. They're saying is in the vaccine, and they're saying that they're gonna put it in your body. It's gonna go to like your frontal lobe. They're gonna control you. That's what's scary about the way some people believe.
Yeah, well, people they have the thing about it, bro, is that one thing about the human condition, right, is that we don't like to admit that, like, we don't like to say I don't know. And that's the problem, right? Is that like we get this information and we try to figure it out. And what we have to like, that's where it's like respecting the opinion, because it's like I watch certain things, I gather information, and I trust that the place that I'm getting the information is not going to be a fucking asshole and lie to me, right? And I trust it. And whenever I regurgitate it, it's like we have to start being open to being wrong. And starting off the conversation with saying, hey, look, I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I fucking work at a cell phone shop, right? Like, so don't take this as Bible and shit.
Yeah, everybody wants you to be right. Like, back in the day, you could say, hey, look, I don't know, but I want to know. Yeah. Let me look into
Well, I think that the thing is, I don't think that's how it was back in the day. I think back in the day, people were more religious. Like, religion is starting to die out. Like, you have a lot more secular people live in the world, but you still have the same tendencies. It's just like certain different ideas are now replacing religion, where before, like, I'm not trying to offend anybody, right? But like before, you say, hey, I don't know, but I have faith. You know, like that's why a lot of sermons are based on faith. They're admitting, hey, we don't have a lot of proof, but we have faith that this is real. You know, that's why the sermons are on faith, right? Now, like, of course it's real to you, right? Yeah. But what's happening is the world is becoming less religious. It's less, like, it's more secular and all that stuff, right? But the thing is we still have the thing is that, like, instead of saying, hey, I don't know if God exists, but I choose to believe, and I choose to have faith, now it's starting to be other topics. Like, hey, I don't know if this is true, instead of saying I don't know this is true, but I have faith that it is, and I'm just gonna believe it. And you know what? I know there may be contradictions, and I respect that, but I'm still gonna believe this. It's not like that anymore. Just like old Christians used to argue, like, no, like God is real and you're going to hell, and all this, like this peaceful religion all of a sudden becomes hateful because it's like, no, you need to listen. Now other ideas are taking over, and instead of being like, hey, I respect your opinion, but it's like, no, it's like, no, I'm telling the truth and you're wrong, and like you need to believe, and if not, you're the piece of shit, you know. And it goes both ways. I'm not picking on one side or the other. It definitely goes both ways.
You're right. What I antiquate it to, and it makes total sense if you break it down like this. At least to me, it makes sense.
Sure.
So we're early 30s, but the first time I had internet, I was like 11, 12 years old. It was dial-up internet, right? So when you're first getting online, especially back then, it was all new. Had no idea. You know, you're going on there finding shit. You find videos. You find porn. It's like, hey, that's great. Then you find other shit online, and you start to see, like, I remember a big hoax years ago, like right before we were in high school, was like there would be pictures online of like these giant, like a whole bunch of black bins, and like, oh, this is a FEMA camp. They're getting ready to bury all these people and all these things and shit like that. Well, back then I saw that. Yeah, it'd be on trucks or like trains and stuff like that, or then like yards of these black bins.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that on Jesse Ventura.
Well, so I was seeing that shit when I was in like fucking 8th grade. Bro, tell me why at the beginning of the pandemic last year, the same shit came up. I saw it on Facebook, and they're talking about, look, they're getting ready to do all this kind of shit. Well, if you talk to 8th grade me, I would have thought, oh, is that real? Yeah. All these other things, I'm like, oh my God, are they real? Like, what I see it as is so many more people, especially older people, the older conservative crowd a lot of the times. They're just now going online for the first time, and they're experiencing this shit like I was when I was 11 years old. Yeah. Now, it took me, 8-9 years to figure out, like, okay, you can see something online and, okay, that's obviously bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think it takes time to actually get that, that thought process down, because otherwise you see it on the internet. We've brought up our whole lives, don't believe everything you see on the internet.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like all these people, especially old people that are just now getting on the internet because they may have a phone, they've never had access to it. They believe all this shit because they don't know how to weed it out because they haven't been online. They don't see that, hey, 90% of what you see online a lot of the times is fucking bullshit.
It's just bullshit.
And then combined with that, with social media, everybody has a fucking voice.
Yeah.
In the 90s and early 2000s, you had a small voice online, but it wasn't like how it is today. No. Now all these fucking idiots have a voice, and they create YouTube channels, and then they prey on people who are stupid enough. And it kind of goes, not saying that if you believe in religion, you're stupid. But a lot of people go to religion because they have nothing else, and it's the one thing they believe in.
Yeah.
Well, I know these kind of people online are targeting people that are especially religious. To try to pull at their heartstrings. Like, you should support Trump because God loves Trump and he's a God-fearing man. Like, bro, he's been divorced like 4 times. Like, probably fucked thousands of women. He's a terrible human being. He's not God's choice. But people who actually believe it.
Yeah, and I think
it blows my mind.
I think that's where, like, you have to understand, like, the bullshit that they're feeding you, because it's like, if you can say that Trump is a godly man and like really believe it, then it's like you're drinking the Kool-Aid, man. Because it's like you have, like, this guy has, his life has been documented since the early 80s, right, or something like that. Like, I mean, he was on fucking Home Alone, So
exactly.
So it's like this guy's life hasn't been a secret. Like, he's publicized everything he's done, right? And it's like, just be honest with why you're supporting. Like, you could love that guy's, like, his message and all this stuff, right? But don't add these extras like he's a godly man when he's like had like 3 different marriages. It's like, no, you know what? He may not be godly, but I like his message.
Bro, hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and shit.
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind is hardcore conservative people are like, oh, Bill Clinton, flew on a flight with Jeffrey Epstein 20 plus times, and all these other people. Well, Trump was right there with them. They're all buddies. Like, him and the Clintons were like best friends before they started, like, for like 5 years ago, and they started the election. The whole thing, I thought the whole time when he was running, like, oh, I just want to see if I can beat this bitch Hillary, because, like, they've been friends for a long time, and then he accidentally fucking won. Because the thing is, the disinformation is not just the MAGA crowd and the people that, are supporting Trump and stuff like that. It's both sides. Yeah. The strange, like, worship of politicians is scary to me.
Yeah.
The fact that you would worship another man, like that's a politician that just won a popularity contest.
Yeah.
That shows that you might have mental deficiencies of yourself.
Yeah.
Because and shows that maybe you don't have somebody leading you in life, so you're looking for that.
Yeah.
But it's not the route you need to go down.
Yeah.
This is just causing problems.
There's just like so much hate. Like it's so divided. There's a video game creator. I was talking to you about it offline. I think I told you about it too. The creator Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. He basically was about to get canceled and ended up retiring because of the reaction that he got when you make a donation to a charity, especially if it's to like a politician's charity or whatever, like that shit's public. Somebody just got curious, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, huh. So Scott Cawthon made contributions to some charities that were, being run by Republicans who apparently didn't have like the best views of the LGBTQ community. And apparently the Five Nights at Freddy's community has like a lot of LGBTQ fans, right? So it didn't go over very well. It doesn't matter that he made donations to like some Democratic candidates or anything like that. Everybody just wanted to focus on the fact that like, okay, he gave like money to Trump, he gave money to another Republican politician. This is a small amount, it's like $2,500.
Yeah.
But due to like those contributions, everybody was like up in arms.
Yeah.
And like they threatened him. They tried to dox him. They threatened his family and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And at first he was like, "Hey, like, this. I'm not gonna apologize for like supporting somebody that I believe in or sending money to a charity that I believe in is actually helping people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bend the knee, basically.
Yeah.
But then when it got worse, when his family was threatened and all that kind of stuff, he was like, "Hey, you know what? Like, basically, I took it like it's not worth it. Like, I'm gonna retire." If that's what's best for the creation that I put out there, if that's what's best for the community, the normal gaming community, the LGBTQ community, other communities like podcasters who like listen to that shit, like if it's best for the community as a whole, like I'm just gonna retire. Yeah. And like that, I feel like took like it's like some guts to be like, hey, like. I'm not gonna bend the knee, but like I'm gonna retire. That's what's best. Yeah,
and that's the thing though. Like, it definitely has courage to not like to stand behind your actions and stuff like that. You know, especially in the fucking, face of the bad rap that you get, man. But I feel like people now like have tasted the power, like powerless people. Like for the most part, it was like politicians that had power, business owners, CEOs. Like fucking. These are the people that have power, and now we're getting to the point where the people really do have power in the sense that you can go and cancel a motherfucker.
You can scream loud enough now, and you'll make other people listen.
Yeah. But I think the problem with that, right, is that I think it comes full circle. It's like for the longest time we've had like communism and socialism and all that shit on this side, right, and like all these different governments that have risen and fallen based on this idea of communism, right? And then you have capitalism on the other side, and the same thing. People that have or governments that have risen and fallen and all this stuff, right? And we look at it as two extremes. But what's kind of like starting to happen is that like it's all starting to come back like towards each other. It's like we live in such a capitalistic free society that the people themselves are asking for censorship that you would usually get in like something that's a little bit more like fascist or stuff like that.
The censorship that ties right back into China, because China is extremely communist.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of shit that's like American products or like American media that they don't show at all, and they censor. Yeah. Because if you have anything that's even slightly critical of China, they'll ban it. Yeah. Like totally ban it.
Yeah, and that's
why they banned fucking Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. A fucking cartoon character, just because people were making fun of the dude because he looked like him.
Yeah, and that's what
you wouldn't see some shit like that from Trump, even though people hardcore made fun of him. But not banning anything.
Yeah. So like, and then that's the thing that's crazy is that like, here in America we get up in arms when there's like a slight hint of racism, homophobia, sexism and all that shit, right? Like we get up in arms with that type of stuff, but like we don't see that the biggest threat, because China themselves are these things. They are real sexist. Yeah. They are real homophobic. Yeah. Like they're real racist, you know? And like, it's like, we don't see that, like, the way that we're asking people to be, we're basically giving the federal government the keys to be more like China. We're asking to be censored, you know, and we don't sit there and say, hey, like, you know, maybe we should not act like a country that is really like that. Yeah. You know, and so I don't know. I think that you can go a long time, like, you know, on politics and shit like that, but you know, the biggest thing I would advise people is like, don't be in all the way on any side. Like, that's so dangerous to play in politics, because this is the only job. Like, I can't go to work and convince everybody to vote for me to be the manager. Like, I have to be manager on my merits, on the things that I do, you know, and that is the one job where you can basically be who you're, like, just convince people to vote for you. You don't even have to actually be like, look, Trump won, right? He had never been in government and he won to be the president, you know? I mean, there's something romantic about that, right? Yeah. But it's just not realistic in everyday world. So like, if you're fully bought in on one side or the other, you should just ask yourself, like, I'm fully in the Kool-Aid, you know? Like nobody, like, when you have two sides, even in an argument, when I argue with my wife, she argues her side, I argue my side, neither of us is 100% right. You know, it's like, it's always somewhere in the middle. So it's like, if it's like that way in any relationship, it's probably that way in politics too. Yeah. So you know what? Identify as independent, right? Don't fucking be on one side or the other. Like, I feel like political parties should be abolished, right? People should, like, represent themselves and their own ideas, and not be like, hey, I'm a Democrat, so I'll vote for A, B, and C, and I'm a Republican, so I'll vote for, you know, DEF, you know?
What's funny is both fucking sides call the other sheep.
Yeah.
If they go along with whatever that side is. Like, you're a fucking sheep because you believe in Trump. Well, you're a fucking sheep because you believe Biden, and everybody else is like, bro, y'all need to just shut the fuck up. Like, you're both stupid. Like, I'll take this back, like, about the whole cancel culture shit, and this is what boils my blood, okay? For the record, because now I can do this. I support all gay, trans people, and everything. But the fact that people are trying to cancel motherfuckers just because they want to go get a chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is the stupidest shit on the planet. It's food. Yeah. It's food. The chicken didn't persecute no gay people. It's just chicken. No. Like, and it's good.
Like,
it's
how we're talking about, like, Five Nights at Freddy's and shit. Like, I feel bad for that creator, Scott Cawthon. Yeah. Like, based on the game and based on, like, the lore and everything that he's, like, put together, like, I thank him for that, because I have had fun playing his fucking video game.
Yeah. Hey, but
I don't think that should have happened.
Real quick though, what's the dumbest thing y'all have ever fallen for, where you were the sheep and you were like, oh shit?
Did my dick get bigger as I got older?
No, that's just shitty genetics.
Dumbest thing you first. Let me hear where you're at.
Alright, so one time I was at the mall, right, and I was walking, and some girl came up to me and she's like, hey, I was like, what's up? And she's like, you ever thought about modeling? I was like, not up until this moment, but now that you tell me about it, shit, maybe. And she was all like, yeah, you got the look and all this stuff, and I fucking just ate it all up, bro. I was like, you see, I knew I was good looking. I knew I wasn't the only one. And so she, like, fucking gave me an earful, bro, and she's like, yeah, like, here. And so, like, I ended up, like, bro, I went to the whole shit, I went to the shit, the stuff. They're like, yeah, so you're going to walk up, you can do this, you do that. And I was like, oh, cool. And they were like, yeah, you got a lot of talent. But out of, like, all the people that showed up, like, 2 or 3 people didn't have to pay for shit. But then when my ass went up, they're like, hey, look, we got this package for you. You got to do all this shit. And I was like, well, shit, I guess if this is how models do it. And I almost paid for that shit until I fucking was like, hey, look, motherfucker, if you have it, you wouldn't have to pay for shit. Just like those other motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
So that, I fell for that.
Bobby?
Brazzers.
Brazzers?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Are you talking about, like, the porn site?
Yeah.
Yeah?
like the first thing I did when I got a credit card when I turned 19 was I bought like porn. We
all been down that
I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be HD. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be everything that I ever wanted in life, and I'm gonna share this with my friends. Well, I didn't know that there were fucking sites like that had it for free, and I felt super played.
Yeah.
I had.
Bro, you'd be the kind of dude that would believe a stripper that told him they loved him.
Oh, okay, so I take it back. So I did fall.
Oh yeah. When he got swindled by Kimmy.
No, not when Kimmy K swindled me. No. I don't want to talk about it.
He got embarrassed.
So we were at a gentleman's establishment, and I go to people watch, right? I like to watch my friends get dances.
Yeah, you're watching people, bro. Like women strip.
I'm not trying to throw all my ones away, but there is always this one.
You're the cheapest dude I know that's ever gone to a strip club.
Oh no, I have fun. But I found out what pisses a stripper off is if you get there and they're like, "Hey baby, you want to dance?" and you're like, "Nah, I'm scouting." And they're like,
I mean, it's accurate. You know?
Yeah, like I ain't
trying to give away my first 20 that easy.
Yeah, it's like
trying to sit down.
I just sat down. Like I haven't even got comfortable yet. You're coming over here with some bullshit that I'm not really trying to hear because I don't know what you got and everything. Come talk to me after you get off the main stage.
Yeah.
Before then,
prove yourself to me.
Fuck off.
Oh, shit.
I need to see the full rotation of you bitches.
So okay. So this is real. When I say I'm like scouting, I'm legit fucking scouting. I'm like over here. Like,
are you taking notes?
I'm like looking at the girl on the.
It's like the combine.
We had quite a few good scouting sessions.
It's a combine. Yes, there was an old dude. Okay, so I'll never forget this. There was an old man one time. I think it was just me and Jonathan, and all the girls were coming up to him. He was in a fucking he was in a tuxedo. I was like, oh, this dude's got it.
He's sitting right in front of us.
I was like, this dude's got it going on, but he wasn't getting dances. So I was like, get a fucking dance. Yeah. It's right here. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
Bro, every girl was coming up to him. He was getting no dances, but he had a bag of fucking mini Snickers. And every time a girl was like, "Hey, Mr. Old Man," he'd be like, "Hey, old bitch," like, and he'd be like, "Here's the Snickers. Now, like, move along." Like, that shit is crazy.
All right,
but
one question though. So was this like a grade system where it was like, you know, A, B, C, or like 1 to 10, and what would be the different? Like, I mean, this is like a combine.
I don't grade off of like letters and numbers. I just grade off of like how I've seen them.
Like
dance.
Yes, no.
Yeah, it's like
on agility. Coordination.
This so there be. If I'm gonna spend money, I gotta be attracted to it.
Okay, so looks would be one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you pay for a stripper, if you say looks aren't part of it, you fucking lying.
True. Yeah. Of course.
But like
it's like you go to like beauty pageant and you say the ugly bitch won. That's not the way it works.
There are some good looking strippers who they're boring. So
they're boring. Is it like they're not coordinated? They don't do the body roll.
They do this.
Oh, they don't even try.
You like
roll,
that?
Like they're on the pole and they're just like.
I'm looking for the girl who
you don't ever do that.
I'm looking for the girl who's climbing all the way up the pole and then like spiraling down.
Damn, right? Agility.
So, agility.
Okay.
So I would say
skills.
Yeah. Strength and conditioning.
Yeah, like their HP has got to be up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But
so you're looking at for like level 3 and up.
Yeah, like I'll go. I'll look at like how they dance. I'll look at how they give a lap dance, and if they look like they're into it, I'm like, there's one.
Enthusiasm.
No, you're 100% right.
Okay, it's key.
Enthusiasm might be the number one ranking.
You hate your job, but you want to at least pretend that you're happy.
You could be fine as shit. You could be slutty as you want, smell as good as you want. But if you're just sitting there doing what I was doing earlier, get the fuck out of here, bitch! I ain't wasting my money on you.
What I'm looking for is like we go at the end of the month, and she's like giving like the best dances because rent's due. That's the kind of girl I'm looking for.
I want a girl that will make my man in the khakis come.
You're saying there's like a season, like a playoff to the strip game.
It's probably around like Super Bowl time too.
Really?
Because there's gonna be a lot of people at strip club like watching like the game and stuff like that.
Where they put the game on at the strip club,
or if there's like a big event happening like local, like they're bringing out the A team. Like if there's like a big sporting event happening that weekend, like they can bring out the A team.
Really?
I went to a strip club in Las Vegas, and that was a completely different animal. I saw a friend of ours get swindled for 8 dances.
God damn.
Like 8.
I've never been to a strip club.
I thought the 2 that he got swindled for was bad, but
so he the young lady, she got up off my friend, and me and my other buddy were like sitting here like he has no idea what's about to happen to him. She was on him for so long she forgot how many songs they actually played, and so she was like, that'd be $80. And our buddy was like, what? He had a single 20 in his hand. He thought that the ride that he was taking on was only gonna be $20.
He didn't have that speed pass like Six Flags, right?
He wasn't ready for the speed pass.
No, he wasn't ready.
No, he didn't have that flash pass.
Oh shit!
You can just say it and bleep it out.
God damn it! I gotta bleep it out.
Wait.
We'll just cut that part
It
out.
was.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I gotta do so much editing now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, on the audio, it'll be there. He wasn't too happy that you called him. I was trying to get to replace Scott because Scott's a bitch. And
I had to cut that out of that video though.
Yeah. And so
I told him that like
I forgot that probably was in the audio.
That was in the
audio. I didn't think about that. Oh well.
Yeah. Hey bro, there's gems in the audio.
Oh I know.
Yeah, people don't know because they're over here just fucking with us on YouTube.
Yeah.
They fuck with us on that audio, bro. They'd get the uncensored,
the uncut.
So enough stripper talk.
The raw.
Yes, I was swindled into falling in love one night. I won't tell the story. Jonathan, you're next.
Something that I believed in so heavily?
Yeah.
I don't know. There could be some shit with you, like the time we went to the fucking casino, and I wholeheartedly believed you didn't have any fucking money because you asked, "Hey, can I have like $40 to gamble on?" Sure, bro. We're there 15 minutes. He comes back, man. I just blew $75. I'm like, bitch, you ain't getting no fucking money. Get the fuck out of here. Lie to me. But okay.
Come on, man.
Scott's a huge liar,
Panda
bro.
Express here. I'm hungry.
Scott's a huge fucking
I won $200
liar,
that night. He sucked a dick.
Yeah.
Anyways, there hasn't been really anything like.
Yeah.
That's like been like super.
I want to debunk a conspiracy though, real quick.
What's that?
So like with 5G, talking about how 5G started COVID.
Makes my brain hurt.
Just to let the people know, 5G just stands for 5th generation, and so like T-Mobile's 5th generation of service is different from AT&T's 5th generation of service, which is different from Verizon. So it's not a thing, guys. Just wanted to clear that up.
Wow, I just learned something new.
Just blew my mind.
I don't know how many.
I almost had a fucking heart attack.
I don't know how many of our listeners were believing in the 5G
Good God,
conspiracy.
I hope you haven't. If you did, then you can stay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
we won't judge you too hard.
We love all types of idiots here at the AM Theory.
Yep.
These are my favorite too.
Hell no.
Yeah.
My favorite bitches right here.
Nah, bro.
My favorite bitches. Yo, my bottom bitches.
Bro, you guys are closer to me. Like, it's like the best duos in my life. First is my 2 balls, and then it's you guys. You guys come close second, bro. I almost love you guys more than my balls.
But you can actually see us, like.
Hey, bro, I got grandes huevos.
Pequeños huevos.
No.
Rumor has it.
Bro, rumor has
it. Hit the SAP button.
Bro, I'm gonna have to bring out my own sex tape with the wifey so the motherfuckers.
Bro, it might boost podcast numbers.
Should I Kim K this shit, bro?
Are you gonna go blackface and be Ray J?
No, bro, I don't have to, bro. I just go out in the sun for a little bit. I get a little bit darker.
Which, by the way, I'm loving your mustache.
You like that, bro?
That's a solid mustache.
Yeah, bro. You see, so I'm I figured this guy's got the beard, right? And it's a nice beard, bro. I'll give you props for that.
I just shaved too.
Yeah. So I mean, his beard's nice,
You get the Amish shit behind the scenes over there.
Yeah.
Jonathan's beard would be really sexy if he could actually grow a mustache and it attached.
Yeah, if it connected here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my problem too, bro.
I got it's because I have Native American in me. Because like I can't grow hair on my arms really either,
bro,
or my legs. Like,
look, bro, but
I can grow hella hair on my asshole. Like, what the fuck?
He's got a ponytail.
Well, you know, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm gonna call you out on it, right? I'm tired of all this white guilt, and like almost every white person I meet has a little Native American in them, bro. Like, no, I
don't claim it.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
You said earlier today that white people came and we took over and colonized America.
Yeah.
Sorry about you. But you can't say that they didn't take some Native American woman like John Smith and Pocahontas fell in love and had Jonathan.
Bro,
right?
John Smith and Pocahontas?
Yes.
Nah, bro. Look.
Take that how you
What
want.
was that bitch's name? That politician, that Elizabeth Warren?
Elizabeth, what you talking about Pocahontas?
Yeah, you fucking Elizabeth Warren that shit, bro. You got 0.012% Native American in you. I'm not saying that your fucking pervy ass ancestors didn't fucking rape an Indian chick, but bro,
hold on, why did it be rape? Why couldn't it have been like consensual?
Bro, because minority women do not consensually fuck white dudes, bro.
That's a fucking lie.
That is an extreme lie.
Look, bro,
I have first-hand experience, bro.
Your racism is really beginning to show.
It's not racist because I don't come from a place of privilege, bro. I've read the rules.
don't even, because we all come from the same neighborhood, so I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't care,
bro.
bro.
We're all from the basically the same
neighborhood is actually probably a little bit more privileged than ours.
Yeah, you were a little, bro. Yeah. You know what, bro? You're everything that's wrong in America.
Don't make me say what I said to Alex. I'll say it to both y'all, but I don't want it recorded on camera.
Did you call him the N-word?
No, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you call him the N-word? Yeah, no, but whatever the fuck we were talking about, yeah. But
anyways,
hey, first of all, so to let you guys know, this new setup, I really like it. Not only do we have this cool little background right here that you can hardly see, but
I mean, you can see pretty good in the video. We'll tweak some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe bring our milk carton back, maybe.
Yeah, but this looks a hell of a lot more like a studio than the alleged garage.
Oh yeah, I'm
alleged
sure
garage.
This is much more appealing than just seeing like a flat white background.
Yeah, and it's a lot cooler in here.
Yeah.
So
I was about to sweat my ass off in the alleged garage.
Yeah.
That was more like a fucking dungeon.
Yeah.
Like I have to sit close to you, and all I can smell is like BO and ass sweat. Right.
It's starting to smell like a sex dungeon.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look. Don't be insulting my garage, bro.
I went in the garage. It's a buzzword.
Oh, it was in the garage.
Now that we're here, fuck your alleged garage.
Nah, fuck that. It was a very nice garage.
I had great times in your garage.
Yeah, it was 13 episodes, 3 months in. You show some respect, you goddamn colonizer.
Well, okay, so the first episode was done in your daughter's bedroom.
Okay.
If we're going to be completely honest.
All right,
there was AC. And
I wasn't there for that one.
No. Oh, we had to go down to the fuck dungeon when you came.
Yeah. My wife doesn't let me bring in...
Two white guys
in the house.
That's enough.
She's like,
you met your quota.
Yeah. She's like, if you're gonna get double teamed.
No, but anyways, I like this new
do
setup.
it in the garage where I can't hear you.
Yeah, we got this TV right here where you can put up anything that we need to research. Right. Yeah. You got your research station over there.
I got 4 screens over here. The fifth one.
So I want to touch base on something that we were talking about. You showed us actually before we started recording. The alleged 18-year-old, who I think is more like a 4-year-old.
Hasbulla, the GOAT. Hasbulla.
What's his full name?
Mini Khabib. Hasbulla Magomedov.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So that dude is the cutest dude that I've ever seen in my life.
He's not a dude.
He's 18, bro. He's fucking 18.
Yeah.
That means he's legal.
He's got that Benjamin Button shit.
No. I don't mean cute as in I'd fuck cute. I'm talking about cute as in he's little cutie, like those little things from the Star Wars, the old little bears. Yeah. He's like
Ewok. Goddamn.
He's like the Ewok of
Russia.
Of Russia.
Is he Russian?
Yeah, he's from Russia.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, dude. I've watched all his videos. I thoroughly enjoy them. I think that
I was introduced to him by that video where he was trying to fight the other kid.
Yeah, bro. I actually saw what introduced me to him. There was this one where he was like. This other Russian guy was doing something, and he just kind of walks up to him and clocks his ass, and then runs.
Yeah.
So
he's hilarious.
So how is he 18? Where did you look this up to find out he's 18?
So he's got that dwarfism, bro.
Look, I googled it. Okay.
Okay.
Not everything you hear on the internet is fake. Some of it's real, but he has a rare genetic disease where he has the appearance of a child and he has a higher voice. but he's 18 years old. It's just a rare genetic disease. Yeah. He also is like has like dwarfism, stuff like that. But like it's just become one of those things like where he's a blogger. He had been doing shit, but like you know how the internet is. Internet catches one fucking thing. Like I saw that video like a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, oh, that shit's fucking hilarious. I thought it was a kid. Yeah. And then all these other videos came out like, oh, and then you see, oh, he's 18 years old. I'm like, oh shit. And then it makes sense because like there's a video of him driving a car, blowing a horn, just all this other shit like taking the internet by storm, bro.
Horn. Oh. Yeah. What would really sell me that he's 18 is if I saw him smoking a cigarette.
You know what? Let me see if there is one. Let me see.
Because the first video, like I said, the first video that I saw of him, there was it looks like his dad is chilling like in the middle chair. Yeah. And there's these two little kids.
Oh yeah. That's what I thought. I thought it was.
He's over there like trying to like fuck him up, right? I was like, dang, when that kid grows up.
Oh, actually, then that's the one thing that I fell for, bro. Because I thought they were kids, and I was showing my wife. I was like, "Have you ever seen these little kids?" And she's all like, "Those aren't little kids. Those are grown men." And the whole time, I was like, "Oh shit."
How did she know before you?
I don't know, bro. That's the thing about my wife, bro. She's very observant.
She's got you in check.
Yeah.
See, he driving, dog.
But you have to see like where from like my perspective, like, hey, like it's a little kid behind the wheel of a car, right? Like he's just like chilling. Like I pretended to be driving when I was like a little kid.
Bro,
because I thought I looked cool.
No joke.
Look at him, dog.
He looks like one of my sons.
My man's standing up. I'll put this in the video. My man's standing up driving,
crazy.
Bro.
But you can see how that could be like.
Yeah, I thought it was.
He's got the hand-eye coordination of an 18-year-old, but he just got the body of a 5-year-old.
Yeah, bro.
Was he drifting?
Bro, he's swinging.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. He's fucking dope, man. The best video that I've seen of his is when he's sitting there and that little kitten is licking his ear and he's laughing.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that? That one's.
I haven't seen that one,
bro. That one's adorable.
Yeah. Put it on. Can you put it on? Can we see it?
Let me find it.
What made
it'll make you hard, bro.
What made me consider the fact that he could have the Benjamin Button, as Jonathan put it, was the video where he like laughs and he does a little slap. And like, oh, like that clap is a clap of a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
I was like, no, there's no way. It's a little kid, man. It's cute.
Bro, turn that shit up. That shit's hilarious.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it's that one. It's that one, bro.
Here, I'll put it on the big screen real quick.
Bro, this is hilarious, bro.
He's my favorite internet person right now.
Yeah.
Hasbulla. Dang it! Hold on, I gotta go back and refresh.
Oh my god, guys! Look, technical difficulties.
Look, we're
I thought
learning.
This was. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. We got
instantaneous.
Wait, bro.
I don't know if I'm sold that that's an 18-year-old man.
Bro, he's fucking 18. I'm 31 years old and I giggle when my cat licks me.
Bro, I feel like that's Jonathan at home.
I'm super Jonathan.
It's 100% me.
But instead of his face,
it's gonna be me when y'all leave, bro.
No. He has his cat lick his taint.
I don't know about going that far.
No,
is he holding a gun?
Yeah, that's why I clicked on that shit because that's what I was trying to find with him holding a gun and shit.
That's funny.
Like,
what?
Hasbulla has more money than Conor McGregor.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Bro.
His size doesn't stop Mini Habib to drive like a pro.
Mini Habib?
Yeah, Mini Habib.
That's funny. That's dope, bro. Oh shit!
Bro, get the fuck out of here!
He's peeling out that Tonka shit.
Oh shit!
He loves to show off his very expensive car.
That's dope.
But even like his mannerisms are childish, right?
Yeah.
Like, if he really is 18, do you think he's playing it up for the camera? But like off camera, he's talking normal.
Fuck these bitches. Yeah. Nah, bro, his voice is super high, bro.
Yeah, he's I'm telling you, man. Like, it's just one of the things. Like, you know.
Bro. Oh man. Bro, he looks like your son, bro.
I wish that were my kid.
Bro, if you had a kid, it'd look like that.
Is this where you go swinging?
Nah, right.
Look at this shit.
Look, no, this is where he's drifting. He starts drifting.
Bro,
here.
this is skill.
Yeah.
I know some motherfuckers can't drive and they're like 6 foot tall. 6'4" in Korean.
Bro. Oh, he's by the beach though, so it's not like he's gonna hit somebody.
Look at him. Fucking swinging.
Fucking. Hey, he's from Houston.
Oh man, they didn't show that.
Yeah, bro.
Gun, but still.
Yeah. Nah, so yeah, that dude's dope as fuck. He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like him. You know, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade or make y'all feel bad, but you know, his condition is probably gonna make him die young.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but let's not think of that. Let's
Way
just
to take that sharp
enjoy.
turn. We're over here enjoying his videos, his childlike demeanor, his cherub-like giggle.
Bro, I'm just saying that so
like, all right, he's gonna die.
No, I'm just saying I'm saying that so you can enjoy the time that he's here and cherish these moments, these golden gems that he's giving you.
Cherish our Lord and Savior Hasbulla for now.
Yeah, bro, that dude's great.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, talking about dark turns.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. Talking about dark turns. You know about that? What's that fucking name, dude? Ronnie O'Neal.
I vaguely know about this.
All right. So this motherfucker, he went viral because he decided to represent himself in court, but the motherfucker killed his baby mama and axed his daughter to death. And stabbed his son, and then they got him in jail, and so he chose to represent himself. And so he has this 30-minute opening statement, bro. That's fucking dumb, bro. Because he's all the one thing that you'll notice, he's always the evidence will prove, bro. This guy's watched way too many movies, bro. Because he's doing an act like what you would see on an old Adam Sandler movie or some shit like that, you know? But he ended up is a guilty verdict, and they're thinking that they were to give him the death penalty. Bro.
It's never a good idea to represent yourself.
Never at all.
I know. Whenever I hear a story about somebody represented them, they're going to represent themselves. So you're going to lose. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, bro. There's so many things that you
get the last word in.
Yeah. Fucking Ted Bundy did that shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he came from a different time, bro. He was a lot more charismatic.
And he had some type of legal college.
I think so,
yeah. Legal education.
Those bitches were obsessed with him.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what his education level was.
He was fucking in prison, bro. He one of his people he was fucking.
Yeah. He also escaped fucking twice.
Yeah.
That's back in the day too, when the FBI, or I don't know if the FBI was around just then, but the jurisdictions out from state to state weren't really cooperating with each other.
Yeah.
So that's why the second time that he escaped and was down in fucking Florida, that's why he was there for so long. And he only got caught because he was trying to kill somebody again.
Bro, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Bro, you could have had it. You could have been gone.
Yeah. Have y'all seen the one on Netflix, the Ted Bundy tapes or some shit like that?
Yeah. That's how I found out that he escaped prison twice.
Bro, have you seen it?
A little bit.
Bro, the thing that's crazy about it, right, is that the whole time he was denied, right? And so then the interviewer was I wasn't getting anything from him. He was just denying. He's but he had known that the guy was interested and had done some studies in psychology. And so he's all right, well, you say you didn't do it, but what would somebody who would have, the person that did do it, what kind of person would that person be? And when he started talking into when he started talking about himself, bro, that's when he opened up. And because he was talking about somebody else, he started giving all these different types of shit, bro. And it's he started talking more than he should have, basically. And he was basically answering all the questions about how everything happened and all that shit. Bro,
that guy was so this is what happened, this is where the body was found, this is what we think, what do you think? And he's basically if it were me, I would have done this.
Yeah.
And then I would have followed up with my next step. It was fucking crazy. Yeah. But also too, not only was he having these conversations, saying it wasn't him, saying that he's innocent the entire time, but he escaped fucking jail twice.
Yeah.
One time he escaped by jumping out of, I think he jumped out
the
of
courthouse.
a courthouse library.
Yeah.
They're oh, he's up there studying.
Well, it's because he was so charismatic and shit that he was just able to talk to motherfuckers and be oh, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
And then he'd find his way to fucking weasel out of that shit.
Boom, gone.
Yeah.
And then I think it was either the second time, right, when he quit eating. He quit eating and fucking escaped through his jail cell ceiling. and like fucking bounce.
So what do you think it is about like us as, well, I don't know if it, you know, I've only lived in America, but I don't know if other countries are like this, but what do you think is like America's obsession with like these criminals and these serial killers and all that stuff?
Bro, the
15
past
seconds
week,
of fame, bro.
Past week, I've been fucking binge watching interrogation videos.
Yeah.
There's that channel JCS Investigation or whatever.
Yeah,
long ass videos. I watched the whole 2-hour one on Jody Arias.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like it's so enthralling. I think it's just one of those things like,
it's just something about,
because as normal human beings, you don't think like we don't think the way killers do. So to like go inside the mind of one and like how these people take like what drives them to like be serial killers and do these kind of things. That shit's fucking interesting, man.
Did you see that one video about he was saying like the guy that did that Florida shooting, how he was acting insane, and how a real insane person looks, and he showed that one guy, bro, like, you know, you see these guys like commit these like mass shootings and then try to like blame it on insanity, but that they act the way, again, bro, we take so much shit from movies, and it's like, motherfuckers, you know, movies are fake. You know, it's like this motherfucker that's acting didn't really kill anybody. That he's acting. He's just trying to like dramatize something that he thinks is how we would react, you know? And so like that dude, you could tell, and like so he was like trying to act like real like he's crazy, right? And they're like, no. This is what a real crazy dude looks like. And they put it over to this one dude, and the dude was very calm, and he, like, the guy was interviewing him. He's like, so tell me what happened. He's like, well, I convinced the guy to go with me in the car, and then asked him to give me a ride to Walmart. And you know, when we got to Walmart, I showed him my gun, and I told him, hey, look, you know, like this and that, like I need you to, you know, we're gonna go here. And he started freaking out, so I even took the clip out and I let him hold the gun and stuff. Like, bro, like he was just talking like very matter of factly, and the guy was like, well, so you're saying this? He's like, yes, sir. And like didn't lie. Like he just said everything, and like, and they were like, no, this is an insane motherfucker. Like an insane motherfucker doesn't see what he did as wrong. Like it's just like, you know, and this other guy was over here trying to like fucking, you know, fucking eat his boogers and stick his finger in his asshole and shit. Yeah. And so like those videos are interesting as fuck. But it's like something about like, bro, because, you know, Billy the Kid and all this shit, right? Like these old Wild West people, like we've always had this fantasy for, but now it's even gone into our music, you know, because like hip hop is the biggest genre, and if anything, they've monopolized like that interest that we have in like this wild outlaw thing. We love our outlaws. We love Capone. We love fucking you know, the Italian mobsters.
Billy the Kid. Fucking people love OJ, bro.
Yeah,
like, he's a fucking outlaw.
Yeah,
a new age outlaw. Yeah, not a wrestling reference, but still, like, people get enthralled with these people. It's like, I think it's mainly like, at least for me, like when because I even listen to like crime podcasts, like, and then talking about like what happened, how they found him, and all this kind of things. Like, this shit is just so enthralling. Like, you can go down a rabbit hole real fucking quick.
Do you think some people get into it because they're like, I wonder what was going through his head. I wonder what I could do different.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with like our old,
I don't think it's that.
No, I think it's our genetics.
It could be a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but not as maybe
not
prevalent
like,
as
not like a lot.
Well, no, right. I think
there's always gonna be crazy people.
Yeah, well, no, the thing I think is that, like, you know, we now live in a time where like there's very little privacy. Like, you carry your phone with you, we know where you're at all times. Like, excuse me, one of the things that killed like serial killers being a thing is that you commit one crime and they're gonna find you. You know, like they'll pick up patterns. Like, you don't have a thing where you can go off and kill 20, 30 people before they're like, I think it's this motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, that's why school shootings is starting to be a thing. But I think that even back then, if you go back to like back in the day when we're like cave people, the motherfucker that was the biggest and would like kill and like fend off like people, right, would get his pick of the mate. Right. And also, like, I think that's why there's women's fascination towards like because women are some of the biggest consumers of this like type of stuff, and why they like why they find these killers attractive. A lot of people have to say that because back in the day when we were like camping and shit, for, like that it's like they saw that as protection. Somebody who would be willing to kill another person to protect what he has would be a way to actually survive. And so maybe we see it like as, you know, somebody who doesn't do that, like, because I mean, you know, we talk about alpha male this and alpha male that, but I don't know what is more alpha than detaching yourself from human emotions and like fucking killing another man. Yeah. You know, like that's like, if you think about it, like that's what fucking lions out there fucking do. The alpha fucking takes over a whole pride and kills the cubs of the last alpha. Like it's just unemotional shit. You know?
And you talking about like how women in general love that shit, but it's also like how women flock to somebody like Ted Bundy because they may have thought he was well dressed, well put together, but even just recently, like because that
Richard
was
Ramirez,
like, 70s and 80s,
yeah,
Richard Ramirez, but also Ramirez. Recently
in that documentary too, like he was getting like photographs of like lewd photos of like women,
like titties and shit.
Yeah, and they were showing like some of the pictures like on the doc. It's like
and so
grandma now.
Those things were in the past, but it's still happening. The dude Chris Watts, who killed his entire family in Colorado.
Yeah, that dude was a piece of shit.
Or like when he was like getting ready to stand trial, there were so many women that like wanted to be with him and like tried to flock and be with, like. But this man murdered his entire family.
Yeah.
Part of it, I think it may have something to do with, you know, that just that primal instinct that's in all of us.
Well, even the adrenaline.
Also, like, there's got to be something deeper though with women who like fall in love. Like even fucking Charles Manson got married at like 70 while he's in prison. Yeah. Some lady like. Yeah. What the? It's that's we probably go do a whole podcast just about serial killers and like people's thoughts about it or shit like that. That's a good point that it might be like a primal thing.
Yeah, man. I just think that like I don't know, man. Like people want some type of security, you know, and it's like if we are a hurt, like because we're bitch ass animals, you know, like we got no claws, our teeth are kind of frail, you know. You're definitely a bitch, but like. The way that we survive.
How many times that's gonna be said?
the way that we shit. How many times you gonna call me little Peter, you little bitch?
Forever.
Yeah. Well, then get used to it, punk. But anyways,
Scott, you're a bitch.
but like the biggest thing that's made us survive is like civilizations. The fact that we started fucking hurting around each other, and we started having each other's back. And if there was a fucking tiger that came into the fucking village, we're gonna fucking gangbang his ass, you know, and fucking kill him.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
You had killed at the end of that instead of just the gangbang.
Oh, we fuck them too.
We're gonna hurt that tiger's feelings.
We fucking no tigers.
We fucking tigers in this bitch, bro. Hey, you part of my clan, bro? We fucking tigers.
I'm not trying to get fucked up.
Hell yeah,
see
bro.
how big them claws and teeth are?
Nah, bro.
He watched The Ghost in the Darkness last night. He's scared.
Yeah.
I watched Chronicles of Narnia.
He's like, I wouldn't fuck no pussy. No, but yeah, man, that shit was crazy. That whole Ronnie guy, bro, he's fucking crazy.
Those dudes that they call them family annihilators that just fucking kill their whole family.
Bro, that's what I don't fucking understand, bro. Like my kids, bro, are what keep me going. Like I love my kids, bro. Like it's weird. It's like a fucking love that you just don't understand. And then for me,
it also goes back to like you're a normal fucking person.
Yeah.
Well, like that Chris Watts dude who killed his wife, who was also pregnant, but then also his 2 little girls. Yeah. You would think like that's crazy insane. Man, he fucking did it mainly to start a new life with some other fucking chick.
Yeah.
But how do you get to that point of like,
I'm
gonna kill my entire family instead of just I'm gonna divorce my wife?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like crazy. It's like you don't want to go through the consequences of just telling your wife, hey, like
I don't love you. Like
I don't love you. You know, I want to be with somebody else.
Yeah.
But you don't think of the consequences of like what's good. Like you couldn't have thought out. Okay, I'm gonna kill my wife. I'm gonna kill my kids, and then I'm gonna like get away with it. Like that never happens.
I can understand the thought, even though I would never think this of like killing somebody. But like the thought that you might
I'm saying the
think about
afterthought.
of like, did you even think about getting away with it?
Exactly.
Like, these 3 people that a lot of people know. Like, she had an online presence.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think that's? What? It blows my mind.
Yeah, and in the
and he got easily caught because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And the best friend was on to it like the next morning.
Yeah.
The best friend and the neighbor. The neighbor figured it out before the cops showed up.
Was telling that guy, he's like, hey, something's not right with like this dude.
He never backs his truck up. He's been living here for he's never backed his truck up.
You know that's a cool thing, and that's the not cool thing about white people, bro. Is that like
all up in the business.
Y'all be all up in the business, bro. We outside my store, bro. There was this wreck, right? This guy, like, he was obviously on his phone, wasn't paying attention, rear-ended this couple. Bro, next thing you know, you had all these white people that weren't even involved in the fucking accident. They were like calling the cops and they're like taking pictures and shit. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, you know, I was like, that's annoying as hell. But in situations like that Chris Watts guy, you know, it's like that fucking came through and, you know, put a killer away. Like,
yeah,
you know, which is like shit.
Nosy ass white people to the rescue.
Hell yeah, bro. You know, because like that's one thing they teach. Like, you know, you're always taught is like mind your own business. You know, as a minority, it's like mind your own business. Don't be staring at people. You know, don't do this, don't do that.
I don't even know if that's like it must be a different kind of white thing because like I was always brought up like, don't worry about other people's shit. Like worry about your own business. There's a certain group of white people that are just like want to be involved with everything. It's the same motherfuckers that want to be like the HOA president. Like obviously, if you wanted to be an HOA president, you were a bitch at some point in life. And nobody liked
like a hall monitor.
So now you want to act like you have the power and ability. Same thing with people that are like that or like Karens that like you shouldn't be doing that. It's like bitch, shut the fuck up.
I mean, we grew up like it was always like, oh, look at that, and it's like, hey, mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mom what? Get mad at me like, don't fucking point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like that shit's rude. Yeah. Like keep to yourself. That's their fault. Not fault, but that's their problem.
Yeah.
Every fucking white person has to give you their opinion about something. I'm guilty.
Let me tell you something about this motherfucker. I saw this shit from across the block. And I'm gonna tell my husband. You know, and my husband's gonna come cut my hair and he's gonna whoop your ass.
Bro, what drives me crazy, bro, and this is not a racial thing. This just drives me crazy, bro. Is people that put all their business out on fucking social media, bro. I'm not gonna lie and act like when I was younger I wouldn't do that, but I'd encrypt my shit. You know, I'd say some like sly shit, like if I was like upset with my girlfriend or something at the time and whatever, I'd just be like on my Facebook status.
Oh, bro, those are so cringy. Facebook is the worst because they'll tell me what I said 10 years ago. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, no, bro. I got this profile I keep trying to fucking erase, bro. But I don't know the password. I can't get in. I can't fucking erase that shit, bro. It was like back me in like 1920. Like
when you were crying all the time.
Hell no, bitch, I'm crying. No, but like I'd like if my girl would upset me or whatever, I'd be like
90s R&B, like crying.
Hell no. If my girl would upset me, I'd just put like you know in my status I'd be like wow or some shit like that, like real encrypted, you know, where it's like I'm not like saying like I think my wife when we first met, like something happened and like I was like really disappointed. And I put something on my Facebook. It was like, I guess some people just don't care. That's it. Oh, some whole shit,
like,
bro.
not that I'm calling you out, but
we're an hour and a half too. So
it's all good, bro. We ain't got no time limits, bro.
I know.
This is the new podcast. This is the new format. The new Amp Theory.
Adult Swim.
The Adult Swim version.
The Adult Swim version. Yeah.
The only thing I had was you see the fucking Green Goblin in New York City flying around.
Yeah. You showed that to us.
Let me show you again, because it's some wild shit.
Was that the new Casey Neistat video?
Right.
Okay, my big thing is, what if your shit stops working and you fall? That's just gonna hurt like a bitch.
Broken leg.
That's the thing. Because one thing I was thinking about is like, hey, maybe we won't get flying cars, but maybe this may be the new way to get around, right?
Hoverboards, like from back.
For sure. But what happens when? Because I'm always like to fucking work, bro. And then you forget, like, sometimes I forget to gas up.
Like, oh shit, I forgot to charge my hoverboard.
Yeah, and I get to work on a prayer, bro. I'm like, please don't fucking run out of gas. Please don't run out of gas. Next thing you know, you forget to charge up the hoverboard. And you're like, I got to get to work. Next thing you know, you're going over a big street, and all of a sudden, pow, boom, you're dead. And then they become illegal, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with flying cars. Like, why it's probably a good thing we don't have flying cars, because think about it. If you're on the regular road right now, you run out of gas or something when your car breaks down, you break down. Something happens to your flying car and you break down, motherfucking gravity's about to take over.
Hell
You ain't just gonna stop in the sky and hover there. You're going down.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is that, like, if you look up, there is a percentage of people, like, of bike accidents where bikers hit pedestrians and they die. Yeah, so, like, imagine you're on a fucking hoverboard, you're like, you know, because there's some pussies, bro. Like, when I was riding my bike on the street, like, there were some pussies, like, that would ride on the sidewalk. But the thing is, you got to understand, you go, like, 20 miles an hour on a fucking bike. You see some little kid that gets in front of you, like, who do you think's going to survive? Like, you know, it's like, not gonna be that fucking kid.
Fucking kids.
So it's like fucking be a man and drive on the street, right?
Yeah. But then you better get off the train when the tracks when the train's coming through.
Hell yeah. Well, you're gonna have these pussies, right? Where it's like, hey, you can have this hover, but you either be on the street, but they're gonna want to hover on the sidewalk because they don't want to get hit by a car. That shit's gonna fucking malfunction. They're gonna fall on somebody and kill them, man.
And then sue, and then
until Tesla makes the hoverboard, and then everything's gonna be alright. Right?
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Until they fucking turn around autopilot and people just sleeping on top of the hoverboard driving.
that is dope though.
If it's Tesla, you can have a not a flamethrower hooked up to your hoverboard. Then you'll really be able to like get people like out of your way.
Yeah.
Or do you think this is just a wild marketing stunt for the new Spider-Man movie? Because the rumors of the Green Goblin being in the Spider-Man movie.
Hey, if that's a PR stunt, like, well, that's a hell of a PR stunt. They're like, hey,
I feel like that would be
we're
fun.
We're gonna do this shit all practical.
Yeah, I feel like that would be fun though.
I mean,
fun until you got hurt. I would somehow still roll my ankle on.
I wouldn't be 10 feet up in the air. I'd be like this high off the ground. I'd be like, fuck that. Like if I fall, like I'm not taking a huge tumble.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see like because there's some people by where I live. You seen that one with the big ball? It's like a wheel, and then right here, and then so I see motherfuckers like doing that shit, and it's like okay, like if you get like 2-3 feet off the floor, like I could see that. You know? Yeah. There's not a lot of people endangered at that point, you know.
True.
It's like the asshole on the fucking thing. But if
you crash on the shit, you can hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt real bad.
No,
yeah.
So
I saw you had something about the new Jurassic Park pulled up.
Oh yeah, the
first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I could put it. Probably can't put it over it, but I mean, if you wanna talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck Jurassic Park.
How you gonna handle Jurassic Park, dog?
What is
bro? I'm fucking 30.
Is it just a white thing? Is that why?
What has Jurassic Park not done for you,
bro? I'm a grown ass man, bro.
You think
I give a fuck about dinosaurs anymore, bro? I started wearing dinosaurs on my pajamas when I was fucking 6, bro.
My dad is the same way.
I believe you still had dinosaur underwear.
My dad refuses to watch any Jurassic Park movie. I'm like, why? He goes, you already know the fucking ending. Dinosaurs fucking eat the people. I'm like, that's not every movie. He's like, well, yeah, it is every fucking movie.
It's like you go to monster movies to see like the monsters kill and eat people, and then you wonder how they're gonna.
I would rather watch a documentary on dinosaurs than I would watch Jurassic Park, bro.
Nah, you lame.
Nah, bro, that shit, it's just not real, bro. You know, okay, look.
But it's our childhood, bro.
Yeah, weed killed a lot of shit for me, bro. You know, so like I used to watch movies just like you guys. I used to be just like y'all. I'm like, oh wow, this is real cool and shit, right? And then one time I got really fucking high and we went to the movies and I was looking at it and I was like,
you know what I'm talking about?
I was like,
I guess we're not thinking.
I was like, this motherfucker's just faking it. Like he's not really going through that. And then I was like, this shit is all fake.
You have to take yourself out of it. You have to.
What kind of weed you were smoking, but it was not the right kind.
Nah, bro, it opened up my eyes to this bullshit, bro.
Nah, you had to.
You know what? You didn't know movies were fake before that,
bro. I did.
But they just like put hidden cameras up, and they're like,
nah, bro. It's like you.
Holy shit, bro! Iron Man really snapped his fingers. Oh shit! I don't remember any of that. I didn't see any of that on the news, but that's some wild shit.
Bro, I'm just telling you, bro. That shit's all fake, bro. That's the thing. That's what's wrong with America. You watch all these love movies and you think that's what love is.
No.
Well, I mean, there are people that think dinosaurs are fucking fake and didn't even exist.
I had an opposite reaction.
Maybe that's what I think.
Shit.
One time I got extremely high and I went to see Jurassic Park. And I was like, man, these dinosaurs, they're real as fuck.
Well, we went to go see it in 3D when it got re-released?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both on the sauce that night.
Oh, man. I'm glad I wasn't driving.
Nah, bro. I'll be looking at that shit. I'm like, that shit's so fucking fake.
Of course it is.
But dinosaurs are so cool.
It's fake.
I know it's fake.
Do you think that they just went back in time in their fucking DeLorean and were like, hey, we're gonna get these really artsy shots of these dinosaurs like drinking water?
I don't know, bro. It was just fucking. I don't know. It just seems like a waste of time.
I think you're that type of dude that's supposed to shit on everything. That like ruin other people's dreams.
Yeah, no, because last week you were shitting on universally loved movies. So it's just a long line of it. Jurassic Park we just added to the list.
You're the type of dude that tells his kid like at 1 year old when he's like, Santa's coming. You're like, Santa ain't real. Santa's rocking this fucking
shit, bro.
Mustache.
What are you talking about?
You know what? You know what the kind
of.
You know what the type of guy I am.
Papa Noel over here.
No. Check this out.
Kids.
Nah, bro. I don't like lying to people. I got their back. I'm not gonna teach my kid. Like, if I lie to him about Santa, what else am I lying to him about? But here,
what are you lying to us about?
Shit, you don't want to know, bro. that I like you guys. no. So here's the type
Even
of guy
more
I am,
of a
bro.
BDV?
No.
Micro BDV over
fuck
here.
you guys. Fuck you guys. So at work, right?
It's really small, but I come ropes.
You done?
Oh yeah, you're talking.
So the motherfucker at work, right? There was this girl's birthday, one of my coworkers, right? And like fucking manager got a numb bun cake, right? Fucking bought her all this shit. Like it was really nice, really good, nice gesture, right? So then they go and they're eating the cake. I go back out to the floor. Then I come back, and she's wearing this little like headband thing, with like little two things sticking out, and it says like "Happy Birthday." She looked like she was like doing the recreation of A Bug's Life. And so I'm like, hey, you're not gonna wear that on the floor, are you? And she's like, no, I don't want to. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't, because you look like a fucking idiot. And she's like, what? You know, all that stuff. And so I was like, yeah, you shouldn't fucking wear that shit. And then this other guy comes up behind me, and he's all like, oh, wow, you look so good. Like, you gonna do that? Bro, every time she talked, she'd be like this. That shit would fucking... I was like, you look like an idiot. Don't fucking wear that shit. And everybody's like telling her, yeah, no, you should wear it on the floor so everybody knows it's your birthday. I was like, don't do it. And he turns around, he's like, dude, you're an asshole. I was like, how am I the asshole? I'm the only one that has her fucking back. She looks stupid. You know? She looks stupid wearing that thing. And you're going to make her go out on the floor and wear this shit all fucking day? Like, and people are going to, like, watch you. Like, you're the asshole. Yeah. You hide, like, you're hiding behind niceness. But you know that when she goes out there and looks dumb as fuck, you're going to be like, you know? Yeah. No, like, I'm at least being honest. It's like, hey, don't go out there because people going to make fun of you. Like, I'm just saying what people won't tell you.
Exactly. Yeah, one time I had Matt's back. You can edit this person's name out. Technical difficulty.
No, you're good.
One time.
It's loud since it's after midnight.
Oh yeah.
It's not after midnight.
One time I had Matt's back, right?
Yeah.
Because you know Matt's kind of influenced easily.
Yeah.
A couple of our friends that we were hanging out with convinced Matt to take his airsoft gun and rob 7-Eleven.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Seriously?
Dead serious. They're like, come on, Matt, you want to be cool, right? You want to roll with the big dogs, right? You want to be a badass, don't you? And what Matt do? Fuck yeah, I do.
No.
He said, I want to be the baddest ass motherfucker ever. And they're like, okay, take your airsoft gun and take my do-rag, put it over your head, and go rob 7-Eleven. And Matt was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that. And they're like, hey, Scott, go with him. I'm like, the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Well, Matt jumped out the fucking car, and he's like on his way to go rob the fucking 7-Eleven because he was convinced by two other dudes that he was gonna be the most badass motherfucker that there was.
Hell no.
So I get out the car and I'm like, I stop him. I'm like, Matt, don't do this shit. Matt tried to give me a pep talk. Matt goes. He's like,
I like how Scott said, hey, bleep his name out, and it says his name like every like 5 seconds.
You know what? Fuck it. Nobody knows Matt.
There's a lot of Matts.
Yeah. There's a lot of Matt Acosta.
Yeah.
You can bleep out the last
God
name.
damn it, Scott. What the fuck?
Just the last name. No, so
Matthew, Eli.
God damn it. So
you're the one that's got to fuck with the audio mainly.
No, I don't fuck with the audio.
So bro, like, I stop him and he's like, we gonna do this, right? And I was like, no, we're not. He's like, we're boys, right? I was like, yeah, but that don't mean shit right now.
Yeah.
And like, we're having this conversation and he's got his like little fucking airsoft gun tucked into his...
¿Qué pasó?
What's going on?
Are you fucking shitting me?
It didn't record at all.
No, it stopped right at an hour and a half.
How deep are we into it?
Hour and 42 minutes?
Oh, so we got 12 minutes of
what the fuck?
audio.
All right, let me make sure I didn't run out of room, but nothing. I didn't stop it.
Oh.
That's weird.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
I just looked at it. I was like, that's not recording.
Well, finish your story.
Oh, yeah, because I have like 3 gigabytes left on my phone.
You gotta delete your porn, bro.
Yeah.
I have all these apps and shit, too.
Yeah.
I can't just delete those.
Damn.
Bro, you should only have one app.
The Amp Theory
The
app.
Amp Theory app coming soon.
Yeah, hold on.
So what happened?
So what happened was, I was like, hey, don't do this shit. And he's like, no, we're going to do it. I was like, let's not do it.
Yeah.
I was even to the point where I was like, hey, let's not and say we did. It's like, let's buy some candy for you, and then we'll just run to the car, right? He's like, hell no, like they'll know. I was like, they might know, but you won't go to jail.
Yeah.
And as we're having like this conversation, there was a homeless man that approached us. And this homeless man was like, hey boys, you got any ones? Or whatever the fuck homeless people say when they're asking for money. But something wasn't right about this homeless guy. Like, technical difficulties.
That was the cat.
Something wasn't right about this homeless guy. He looked dirty, but his eyes were clear and his teeth were like a bright white. So I was like, it's an undercover cop. It's like God sent this cop to guard the 7-Eleven to keep Matt from robbing the 7-Eleven.
He's like an angel.
I don't know if that's what I call it, but so Matt breaks away from me when he's like, well, if you're not gonna do this with me, like, I'm gonna do it alone. And so Matt storms inside 7-Eleven. I'm like, am I a good friend? Do I stop him from doing this? Or am I a shithead friend? I'm gonna go back to the car and wait for him to, either rob the place or come to Jesus. I walk in and Matt's acting shady as shit. Like, he's sweating. Like, he's act like, like you can spot somebody like who's about to do something bad. I think the guy behind the counter noticed. And when I walked in, I was like, Matt, no, don't do this shit. He's like, I'm gonna do it. I was like, don't do it. And he reached into the pocket, bro. He was about to put the do-rag on. And I was like, are you serious right now? And he's like, yeah. I was like, you're really gonna rob this place? Like, I whispered it to him, like almost mouthed it to him. I was like, this is really what's gonna happen? He's like, yeah. I was like, you're dumb. And so I like,
wait, he's gonna rob the money?
He was gonna rob the teller with a fucking airsoft gun and a red do-rag over his face. Like, that's gonna hide anything.
After he already walked in without the do-rag on his face?
Yeah.
God damn.
I was like, you're so dumb.
Oh, shit.
I was like, don't do this.
That's hilarious.
I was like, please don't do this. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do anything for you if you will not fucking do this.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened. Maybe a light went off, like a brain cell reactivated or something. Yeah. But he took my word for it. He's like, all right, we'll leave.
It was the angel homeless guy probably. He was like,
yeah. So when we left, the homeless guy was like, bye, boys.
Good job doing the right thing.
Yeah. I rang a little bell. He got his wings. He flew off.
God damn.
And then when we get back in the car, the other two guys like, did you do it? And I was like, fuck no, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean he.
Yeah.
Matt was like, he was mad at me for the rest of the night.
Was he?
Yeah, he wanted to be cool.
Well.
He had to settle for being a pussy.
Yeah.
He should have punched me. Yeah. And then rob the place.
Yeah, and then that way you could have been like, I'm not with him.
Yeah, like, hey, I tried to stop him.
Yeah.
Like, I just met him. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
His name's Matthew Joseph Austin.
Well, man, I guess we could start wrapping this up since we had some technical difficulties with our video.
Yeah, at least we'll be able to record an ending here. So.
Yeah. Well, guys, I guess this one was a little bit more serious tone, but to be fair, we did start the podcast at like 10 something, almost 11, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're a little bit tired, but I think, we had some interesting conversations.
Yeah.
We love you guys. And
yeah, definitely. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Yeah. I have noticed that we got a few more subscribers, so
thanks, guys.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers. Like, that's our first goal, right?
Yeah.
To get to 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
And
only 30 something away now. 34
away. Yeah. So tell your friends.
You did the math.
Open up some other accounts.
No, they gotta be real. They gotta be real views, real likes.
It is a real view if they open another account, which we're not saying you should do.
Yeah, we're not saying you should open another account, but if you do, go subscribe and then go watch the video.
Yeah, if you have incognito accounts where you talk shit to people, just leave us praise.
Yeah, just leave us praise. Say how much you love us, because we're not really good with negative feedback. It hurts our feelings and we get scared.
Well, now all we're gonna get is negative feedback. So.
Yeah, I know. And then if you think we should replace Jonathan, go in and do that Oh, we didn't say it on this channel?
Oh, no, yeah.
No, we have a poll. Sorry.
You going to take me out? Get the fuck out of my house, bitch.
I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
I think that's what Jonathan's doing. He's making himself such a big role in the podcast that we can't get rid of him.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, welcome to my dojo.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Anyways, like, subscribe, share. Much
Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube, Anchor, Spotify,
Apple Podcasts.
Say hi to your mom for me.